Our On the Move host, Donnie Yeager, recently talked with Ania Flatau, who was this year's Grand Marshal of the Silicon Valley Independence Center Parade. Ania was chosen to be the Grand Marshal because of her advocacy for the disabled, her achievements in college, and her involvement with wheelchair sports. We learned about her condition, Spina Bifida, which happens while the spine is being formed during pregnancy. We also met with Noelle Anderson, who is planning a support group for people with Spina Bifida that will meet at the Parents Helping Parents Center in San Jose, California. Today, our host, Donnie Yeager, will meet with Ania Flatau and Noelle Anderson to learn more about their achievements. Now here's Donna.
Hi, I'm Donna Yeager with On the Move, and I'd like to welcome our guest, Ania Flatau. Welcome, Ania.
Thank you.
And Noelle Anderson. Welcome, Noelle.
Thank you.
Now, Ania, tell us about, we met a couple of weeks ago at the Silicon Valley Independent Living Center Walk and Roll, right? And you were the Grand Marshal, right?
I was, yeah. It was so fun.
That was exciting.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
And how did did someone nominate you, or how did that happen?
Yeah, so I actually got an email from someone, and I got an email from an executive director of an independent living center near where I live, and she was like, check your email, check your Facebook, and so I did, and then she was like, the email was about this opportunity of being Grand Marshal, and I had absolutely no idea what that meant. I was like, okay, what does that mean? But I went ahead and said yes anyway. And I contacted Silicon Valley Independent Living Center, and I was like, yeah, I'm down to do it. And yeah, it was an amazing experience. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I know that we were also talking about how supportive your family has been through the years, and also, Noelle, your family has been wonderful, right?
Yes.
And they're very close,
so.
right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your siblings.
So I'm the middle of three.
Okay.
And I have an older brother who lives out of state and a younger sister who lives locally.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, like I said, I'm in the middle.
I had an amazing, I had a great childhood. As you mentioned, my parents were very supportive of me. When they knew that I had Spina Bifida, they made sure that I had the right support systems, right? So, when they found out, they made sure that they got the right feedback from people, that they, got me into support groups, into youth related Spina Bifida support groups, and they just wanted to understand what it meant, to have Spina Bifida, and they wanted me to have as normal of a childhood as possible.
Right.
So I grew up playing sports.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah, it was fun. So I started competitively swimming at the age of 5. And and then I went on playing sports for the rest of my life. So I think I just grew up active and with kind of like just an idea of like having a normal life.
Right.
So
originally what I had is we were going to have a doctor come and actually talk about the the physical and the medical terms and everything, but I just thought that would be a little too dry. But as far as we do have a diagram and a little picture of what, and when a baby is inside the womb, there are different degrees and different ranges of where the injury can be in the spine. It can be towards the middle part, or higher up or lower down, or it can be even towards the tailbone, and it can be completely uncovered, or it could be partially uncovered, the lower part of the spine. It could be just like a little bubble kind of size, or it could be larger. Anyway, but it's very wonderful that the doctors now, they weren't able to do this how many years ago? Quite a few years ago, right? with but now they're able to do it before the baby is born.
Yeah.
They're able to fix it inside the womb, which is incredible.
Yeah, that's very new.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, and I mean, technology is incredible, and I'm so happy that the doctors are able to take care of that and help that. Early on, really early on.
Right.
So, but you said, that the doctors for your parents were pretty supportive and understanding.
They were, yeah. And a lot of it was, the advocacy coming from my parents, making sure that that they were going to the right people and that they understood what spina bifida was and that they understood how to make sure I had as good of a quality of life as possible, right?
Yeah.
So,
that's good. Well, that's very good. And Noelle, you're a native Californian, right?
I am, yes.
That's wonderful. Well, not that many people can say that these days.
Unfortunately, no.
And I know that you're very actively involved with sports too, right?
Currently, I'm not active in sports,
when you were younger,
but I've been active in sports. I've played everything from basketball to tennis to archery to rugby to table tennis. I've pretty much done it all.
Right,
So, I've been involved in all of that.
That's fantastic. And it makes you feel good too.
Yes.
When you participate with other people. Yeah, that's marvelous.
It really made me feel like I wasn't alone in my disability.
Exactly, yeah. So you participated with other disabled people?
Yes.
Sometimes?
Both. Right. I've done both disabled and able-bodied sports.
Cool. That's marvelous.
Yeah.
That's great. And you too, Ania, right?
I'm currently still doing athletics. I'm very, very interested in how the body works, and and athletics are a big part of my life. Currently, I'm doing kickboxing, which is a lot of fun. You don't think of someone like me doing kickboxing. I do the arm movements though. And I do the basketball. I play basketball, and I used to swim competitively, as I mentioned, and that's currently what I do now. But I grew up similarly. I pretty much did every sport available for people with disabilities. Currently, I'm trying to mix into both worlds. Do a lot of disability related stuff, but also mix in with people who are able-bodied, because it's really. There really shouldn't be a difference in interactions between each community. So.
That's true. It's very true. And when you were in school, when you were younger, you were really actively involved with all kinds of other things too, right? For youth.
Yeah.
What was it? The youth council?
So there's an organization called Yo Disabled and Proud, and that's California Foundation for Independent Living Centers. There you go. So California Foundation for Independent Living Centers, and they have a group called Yo Disabled and Proud, which is for youth. It's youth led, and a lot of the work that they do is by the youth, and it's for the youth. That's the way that they, and it's, there's something called Disability History Week, and Yo Disabled and Proud was responsible for, making that happen. So there's a lot of amazing things happening with the younger generation, and I was involved in that. I still am. I'm on the, they call it YOYAC. So it's youth organizing, and then it's it's an youth action committee.
Oh, cool! That's great.
But YOYAC is the acronym, and we do a lot of we talk about what it is that people with disabilities, primarily youth, are concerned about, what it is in disability culture that people really want to solve, and people really want to, like, you know, if you need more access somewhere, or if buses need lifts, you know, like they discuss that and you know, and make that change.
That's great. And also, Noelle, you were telling me earlier that you had a lot of challenges when you were attending school also, right?
I did have some. Accessibility was probably the number one problem. So my elementary school, I was the first wheelchair-bound student. So they had to alter the bathrooms, the classrooms, you know, do all of that kind of thing for that. And then in junior high, I was not one of the first in the junior high, but one of the only mainstream students.
Oh, cool. And
so I was kind of the pioneer, I guess you could say. And
trailblazer, right?
Yeah, exactly, in my district.
Good.
But my district was very supportive.
Good.
And so any accommodations that were needed and necessary were, you know, taken care of pretty much.
All right. That's good. Yeah, it's really important. It really, you know, it helps you a lot to be able to be included with all the other students.
Yes, it did.
Definitely. Well, Ania, tell me more about the actual when you graduated from high school. That was how long ago?
How long ago? Well, I actually graduated in 2006.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, yeah, I've been in school for a long time.
Yeah.
I attended community college, and then I went on to the university to get my bachelor's. And I'm finishing up now, and then...
Which university was that?
It's Cal State Monterey Bay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I currently live in Monterey, and I'm in that university, and I love it. And I think having an education is so important. You know, it's huge. Cool. It just enhanced my life, really, just to pursue academics. So.
And it broadens your world too.
It really does. Yeah, I mean, you know, like you learn different perspectives. I've met so many fantastic professors and you know, my colleagues. I get to hear their stories and what they want to do with their life. And, yeah, so I love being a part of academia. Yeah,
exactly. And you attended San Jose State, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
I graduated with my bachelor's in 2006.
All right.
San Jose State. And
Very good.
intend to go on to my master's eventually.
Yeah. So. Congratulations. So how was that over at San Jose State?
I loved San Jose State. It was a great supportive environment, and I got to, again, going back to the pioneering thing, I got a chance to participate in sports on campus, and as well as, like, I was in a dance class.
Oh, cool.
A Latin dance class. I was the first disabled wheelchair-bound student that this professor had taught.
Yeah.
And we had to do adaptations, of course, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm hoping I'm not the last.
Yeah, right.
To be able to, you know, go through that program.
Because you told the instructor, I could do that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did. And and she believed in me, which was half the battle.
Right.
So
that's amazing.
And so she said, okay, I'm willing to teach.
Right.
And willing to adapt. So that's what we did.
Yeah. When you have the support of the instructor, it really helps.
It very much so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Makes all the difference, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Terrific.
And then you were talking about the dancing, and I did dance. I danced with the world champion from Poland.
Wow.
I did Latin. Ballroom Latin. So like you were talking about the cha-cha and the samba and I did like 10 different dances.
Oh, cool.
So I love dance.
Yeah.
So
So do I.
I'm like glad someone talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've led a really, really awesome life.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so you want to go and get your degree? You said your master's, right?
Yes.
Or what would you like to pursue with the master's?
I have a bachelor's degree in speech pathology,
Uh-huh.
and or communication disorders is the technical term,
Okay.
and my master's would be specifically in speech pathology.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Boy. Oh my gosh.
so
So, and they have a lot of the classes to help you with that, or is it mostly just do you have to find a teacher or
No,
instructor?
it's a whole course
Okay.
at a university. So
Right.
there's several local universities that have the program,
Good.
or semi-local universities that have the program
Yeah.
that I'm looking at. So we're
Oh,
not
that's good.
sure. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to end up, but
Yeah.
that's the goal, is to be
All right.
a speech therapist eventually.
All right.
Yeah.
And you told me a story too that was really interesting. And you were saying Ania, that you had a little tough time sometimes when you were trying to work with the school, and in order to get certain things accessible, and but in the most part it was pretty accessible. Yeah.
it was for the most part, where I was at the community college
Yeah.
and the university that I'm at now.
Right.
I work really closely with the supportive services there,
Good.
and they, whenever there is an issue, or like, for example, say I can't do a hill, or, I can't, like I have a night class and I'm afraid to get to my car or whatever. I let them know that, I need that accommodation. For the most part, it's been good, like I've been able to discuss those things. Some classes I take, like anatomy and physiology, if a professor needs to accommodate for lab, like, they obviously can't take bones and, cadavers into like a testing center, right? So they have to work one-on-one to make sure that I have the right accommodations and that I can actually be successful. Yeah, so it's been interesting being able to have those connections. I'm currently, because of my connections with supportive services, they've been able to feature me on catalogs. I was on the CSU on the CSUNB catalog, which goes to the vendors and people who actually represent the school. So it was really humbling to be able to develop that connection and to kind of be a voice for people with disabilities who want to go to college or who want to pursue education, like through my story or through the fact that I've developed that connection, others can see that and kind of live their own lives, and be active. So,
Great. Now, also, Noelle, you said that you have been very actively involved through the years with Parents Helping Parents, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and they asked you to, or did you suggest it about the group, Spina Bifida support group?
I actually approached them.
Okay, good.
Because I was looking for a support group for myself.
Right.
And I was looking for a peer-to-peer support group.
Right.
But I couldn't find one in the Bay Area, so I decided to start one on my own. And I needed a place to host the meetings.
Right.
And I had heard of Parents Helping Parents, so I approached them and said, this is what I'm planning.
Yeah.
And they said, well, if you would agree to be one of our support groups, we would sponsor you. We would be able to provide a meeting space and facilities for you and publicity and all of that.
Good.
So we've been doing that for a little while.
Right. Good. And if people in the future are interested in finding out about it, they can actually call Parents Helping Parents directly in the future at area code 408-727-5775.
Correct.
And we'll say that number right at the end of the show again. But that's wonderful that you know that you're able to do that, and and in the future you'll do some more and some more classes, and that's great to be able to meet there. It's a nice facility, isn't it?
It's a beautiful facility and very welcoming, very inviting, very knowledgeable. The
people are very nice too. There.
Exactly, and they have all sorts of different resources for parents of children with special needs.
Yep.
So it's a great organization.
Yeah, definitely. And for Ania, the Silicon Valley Independent Living Center is doing the walk and roll every year, and so I know they need volunteers every year to help out with that. There's a lot of jobs that that need to get done during the activity there. So if they want, if people watching the show are interested in volunteering and finding out more how they can help, then they can call the Silicon Valley Independent Living Center in San Jose, and their area code 408-894-9041. Yay!
Yeah.
And once, excuse me, I will say that number also towards the end of the show. But can you tell us the website for your actual independent living center in Salinas?
Yeah, so I live in Monterey, but the local independent living center is in Salinas. It's called, the acronym is CECIL. So the website is www.ccil.org.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's good. And they can contact them that way, and they'll be able to ask about different activities happening for everybody.
Yeah. The independent living movement, I think, is amazing.
Yeah.
So finding an independent living center in your area is just going to do wonders. You can find, activities, if you need housing, if you need financial aid, things like that. Independent living center is the way to go.
Right.
For sure.
Well, and I know that you have been so interested in the ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act, and I was involved with the signing of that. We actually went to Congress and the Senate and fought very hard in D.C., and I was in Arlington at the time at the, but we really wanted to, to get it passed, so it was really important.
That is awesome. Yeah, it's super important.
Yeah.
I mean, any kind of advocacy, any way that you can get involved and just make a difference in your community. It's,
so
fantastic.
Important.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in the future, Noelle, when you, and I know you told me that you fell and hurt your neck too.
Yes, unfortunately, I did.
You had to have surgery. You've had 18 surgeries, right?
That's all within my lifespan, not just from the fall.
Right.
But yes, I did fall in October and break my neck. And had to have surgery to repair that. And so I'm still regaining a lot of my upper body function.
Yeah.
I still need help dressing and the basics, care, independent living skills.
Yeah.
I still need help with. But I've regained quite a bit of my function in the last year since the accident. So.
Right. That's great. That's very good. So important,
Yes.
I know. It takes time.
Yeah, and I value my independence, like everybody does. And so, every little step that I've been able to accomplish along in the last year has been a big milestone for me.
Yeah, definitely. It's so important. Yeah. And we'll be involved with it next year too, I'm sure, at the walk and roll.
Yeah.
Say it loud.
you could come and participate
right,
in the
exactly.
and walk or roll.
Yeah.
I'll be rolling myself personally.
Yeah.
I think we all will be rolling.
Hey, that's what we do.
I think so.
That's the way we live.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the way we roll.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's cool.
Except when I'm swimming, and then I'm so totally free. It's a wonderful feeling, you know.
Yeah, I loved swimming when I was 5 to 13.
Exactly.
And then stopped. But, That was fun.
And also, I wanted to say the website for the Spina Bifida Association is exactly that. Spina, S-P-I-N-A, Bifida, B-I-F-I-D-A, Association.org.
Yeah.
And so anyone who wants to find out more about that, they can look it up, and I mean, not look it up, but contact them that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to say one more time, the Parents Helping Parents phone number is area code 408-727-5775. And then the Silicon Valley Independent Living Center is area code 408-894-9041. And then you knew the what was it again?
So it's www.ccil.org.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I want to thank you so very much, Noelle. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Yeah, of course. That was fun.
Thank
It
you.
was a lot of fun.
And thank you so very much for joining us. Until next time, I'm Donna Yeager with On the Move. Have a wonderful day.
Actually, I have a question though.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference between the walk and roll and the Disability Pride Parade?
I think it was the same.
Really?
It's
Okay,
the
because
same.
when they talked to me, they were like Disability Pride Parade, and so when I heard walk and roll, I was like, oh, that's different.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure.
Right?
July 19th.
Yeah, at the wet.
Yep.
Yeah, Disability Pride Parade. Yeah. Yeah. So.
I think they're just trying a new name out, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a cool poster.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well,
Random heave.
we can come up with another one if you want.